Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this SWPL 1 matchup between Partick Thistle and Hearts. Joined by a very special guest today, as I'm here with Matt from the Draw Lose or Draw podcast. Matt, how are you doing?
I'm very good, Kieran. It's good to be here. I'm looking forward to it.
Should be a good one. Thistle obviously coming into this one off of some very good form, having won their last fixture. Well, last 5 fixtures, I should say, actually. Most recently, a 4-2 victory over Motherwell. Quick run through the lineups then. So, for Hearts, our visitors. In goal, number 1, Parker Smith. Then you've got 4, Brownlee. 5, Hunter. 6, Grant. 9, Timms. 10, Lockwood. 12, Waldy, 16, Adamolican, 17, Hanley, 20, Girasoli, and 23, Finlay. And for the hosts, Partick Thistle, number 1, Ava Easton, number 2, Rosie Slater, number 3, Emma Lawton, number 5, Demi Faulkner, number 8, Claire Docherty, number 9, Cara Henderson, number 12, Rachel Donaldson, number 14, Amy Bullock, number 15, Lindsay Taylor, number 27, Imogen Longcake, and number 30, Lucy Sinclair. Kick-off just coming underway. And we're underway as Bullock looks for a long ball down to Longcake, and she can't quite get there. Rosie Slater making sure that the Hearts throwing can't quite get anywhere. Some wet and windy conditions here today at Petershill. Just exactly what you'd expect though.
Yeah. It's not so good for watching. I think it'll be alright for the players. It's not too cold and the pitch has had a good amount of water on it, so the ball should move pretty slickly.
Longcake try to get down that left hand side, can't quite get there. It's a long ball forward looking for Timms. Timms can't get past Faulkner though. There's the skipper now, of course, scored a goal last weekend, or 2 weekends ago I should say, against Motherwell. A rare goal from her. She has history scoring against Hearts. You know, last season to give us our first top 6 point in the SWPL 1. She scored in a 1-each draw away at the Orium. It's a ball into the box here, looking for Lockwood. Can't quite get it to her. It will go out for a goal kick. Lockwood has obviously been very dangerous this season for Hearts. She's got 10 goals, including 4 on our last fixture. Someone that we're going to have to try and keep at bay.
Thistle have lined up with Lindsay Taylor, the closest midfielder to Henderson up front. With Sinclair and Bullock a little bit deeper in midfield.
Yeah, it's a bit unusual from Brian to do that. He usually deploys Sinclair in more of an attacking role.
Yeah, Sinclair's been dangerous in front of goal this season.
Definitely. Currently sitting as our 3rd top scorer. She got 4 goals, including a brace against Hearts' fierce rivals Hibs. Easily collected there by Ava Easton. She'll look to get it back underway quickly. Sinclair now on the ball. She'll look to Lawton, another great signing this season. Looking down that right hand side, perhaps for Henderson, can't quite get it to her. Ball bouncing about. Lawton will pick it back up, she's still with the ball. Trying to just get it through. Henderson can't quite make it. She'll get a throw in though. It took a slight deflection on the way out. Lawton, of course, away last week on international duty with the Scotland under-23, so it was a great camp, a great experience for her. Donaldson now. She'll give it back to Lawton. She'll look for the ball into the box, trying to find Longcake. Henderson now bouncing about. Brownlee will be able to just get away with the ball. She is clipped though by Doherty. Hearts usually deploy a sort of 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 formation, but today they've deployed something else. I mean, Brownlee looks to be more further forward than she usually is.
Looks like a back three for Hearts.
Lockwood in behind, and she will put it in the back of the net, and that's 1-0 to Hearts early on. Just about 4 minutes into this game, and as we're talking about that formation, it sort of opened up the Jags back line. And Lockwood, I mentioned earlier how dangerous she's been this season, and she's found her 11th of the campaign.
Absolutely, it was a really good finish. I think the key to that finish was just how early she took it. Easton goes for Thistle, couldn't get set, and it was really well struck into the corner.
Back underway now for the Jags. Longcake looking for Sinclair, can't quite keep it in though. Hunter. He's passing around the back line now. Parker Smith will just send that forward. Obviously flag is up. Can be quite demoralising to go down so early on, but we even look at the Motherwell game just 2 weeks ago. We went 1-0 down and went on to win that 4-2, so can't rule out a comeback.
Absolutely, and the Montrose game here a few weeks ago as well in the Cup. Thistle have come back a few times from behind this season, so if you're going to concede a goal, concede one early.
Here's Brownlee now. Looking in behind for Lockwood again. That's a good defending by Rosie Slater to ensure that she didn't have a second for the match already.
There's really good covering from Slater there. I think key to this game, I think maybe the key behind Hearts' change of shape is the promising start that Emma Lawton's made this season, and maybe to counter her attacking shape, because Hearts wing-backs, Handley and Brownlee down the right, they're pushing very high, and I think that's to try and counter the threat that Emma Lawton poses, so I think that'll be an interesting battle to watch throughout the afternoon.
I think you're absolutely right in saying that. We've definitely been very strong down our right hand side this entire season. You know, no matter who's on the wing, it's typically Lawton at right back, but you know, today we've got Cara Henderson sort of floating out right. It's the first time she's done that this season, considering it was a sort of home last season, if you would. But even if it's Henderson, if it's Cody Hay who's unavailable, unavailable from the start, that is, she's on the bench. Or Longcake, you know, anyone can play down that right hand side, and it is quite dangerous for us. So for them to focus almost down their right hand side, down our left, they've clearly pinpointed that as a weakness. Eva All had done her research. Ball's made its way all the way back to Parker Smith here. So vital for Hearts over the last couple of seasons. Long ball now, looking for that left hand side. It's cut out by Henderson and Lawton. It's power just for a throw in to stop the danger.
Hearts have settled well here, they're stringing some good passes together. Thistle haven't really had the chance to get their foot in the ball yet.
Hearts, of course, going into this game are sitting in 6th place, 2 spaces behind the Jags. They'll be looking at that as motivation to get the win, and a win here would take them within distance of closing that gap. Looking for a long ball in behind, which Jerusalem couldn't quite get there. Obviously Hearts suffered another Edinburgh Derby defeat a few weeks ago. They'll probably be looking to use that to boost them. As someone who was in attendance for that game, I can already see a much bigger improvement from that game. You can already see how much they like to use Brownlee down that right hand side. Ever so vital for Hearts. Always on the cusp of the Scotland squad as well. Would not be surprised if she gets her call up to the main squad soon. Hunter will just take her time here. She'll find the scorer, Lockwood. Kirasolli will look for Timms down the right hand side. Can't quite get there. Faulkner and Bullock now regaining possession, and now they'll take their time. Long ball forward looking for Donaldson. Ball bounces about, it will eventually go out for a Hearts throw in.
There was a good bit of covering from Faulkner there. I think that's going to be key. Since the goal and they were caught out in behind, both Slater and Faulkner have swept up behind one another, and hopefully that will sort of give them a bit of confidence.
Long kick now. Look at it press down that left hand side, and it is cut out by Brownlee once more. Long kick's been in fantastic form in recent weeks. Scoring 2 against Motherwell, including one which could be argued as a goal of the season contender.
A couple of them in that game.
Seems like every week we're just having a new goal of the season contender.
Yep.
A rowdy crowd here at Petershill. Many braving the cold weather to be here. This will win a throw in down the left hand side. Claire Dockett 8 to take. She's really cemented that left back position as her own this season, having spent most of last season as the right back. Obviously Brian Graham trying to accommodate for the signing of Emma Lawton, who has been in such fantastic form, of course.
Yeah, you just saw it there. It wasn't the best of passes, but every time Hearts got the ball in midfield, they're looking to release their wing backs.
Eva Holland obviously looking to change her strategy. Last time these two sides met at Oriam, it was a heavy 6-1 win for Hearts. Ava Easton now, young goalkeeper on loan from Glasgow City. She'll find Docherty, who'll look for Donaldson. She'll find her. Looks to release Lawton down the right hand side, and this could be a chance here for Partick Thistle. Lawton now cuts inside, can't quite get past. I believe it was Waldy that stopped her. Probably the best looking attack Thistle have had all game though.
Yep, that's the first time Emma Lawton's getting behind, and that's been a key feature of Thistle's attacking this season.
Ball bounces about, and there we go. Oh, the goal has gone, and that is 1 each. Goal there by Imogen Longcake. Thistle do get their equaliser.
I think that's the first time Thistle have touched the ball inside the Hearts box. But Henderson made herself a nuisance from the throw-in that came from Lawton getting in behind for the first time. And it wasn't the best finish from Longcake. It wasn't as good as her goal at Motherwell, but they all count.
That's exactly it. But straight back underway here. Not even any moment to breathe. Hearts will be disappointed to give that goal away, as you say, probably the first time we've had a real chance inside that box.
was well defended by Faulkner there, good defensive header, but that's that. The wing back from Hearts, Handley down there left, getting in behind Lawton.
Hearts try to press down this right hand side as Timms looks to be in behind, and it's well defended there by Faulkner, and it will go out for a corner kick. Ball swung in. It's cleared away for now, but that's a great piece of play there by Lindsay Taylor, and she's looking to push forward. Pulled in the process, perhaps looking for a foul. Referee says play on. Now Lockwood again, looking to release Timms. Back to Lockwood. Easton quick off her line, forces out wide. Henderson pressing high, and has forced the ball all the way back to the halfway line here.
She did well the reason to come out and narrow the angle and then not dive in. You see that so often, goalkeepers will come out there and once they've started they can't put the brakes on, but she did well to stop and force the attacker wide.
Hunter pressing down that right hand side there, couldn't quite make anything of it. Faulkner is doing well here to keep the ball at bay. She'll look to put it up, and Easton will just clear our lines, but Hearts again showing their press.
They've got their goal, Thistle, but they have struggled to settle into this game in terms of possession. They've not really had a spell of having the ball yet. Hearts have had most of the ball.
Bullock now looks forward to Donaldson. Here's Lawton now. It's good defending there by Hearts, but the ball has bobbled about, and it's now with Faulkner. Faulkner's just taking her time, assess the options. He's now looking forward for Henderson. She has beat it by Waldy, and now Grant looks to press down this left. Some appeals from the Heart side, but it's a throw-in for the Jags. It's a great flick on there by Henderson, and here goes Taylor down the right-hand side. Battling away. And wins a throw-in.
Yeah, as you say, that was really good target striker play by Henderson there to flick that ball on.
Now Donaldson on the edge, looking to perhaps set off. Lucy Sinclair can't get it. Ball's now whipped in. It's now with Sinclair. She drops it back. Doherty now. It's well defended there by Brownlee to prevent it from a corner kick, and instead she puts out for a throw-in. Taylor now on the edge. looking to make her way into the box and try and create something. She tries to stick it across goal. Back to goal and claimed for a penalty, waved away quickly, but Thistle are still here on the dangerous break, and ball still remains in.
This is a good spell for Thistle.
It's put out for a throw in, but I'd say some very good play here by the Jags.
Really good pressure on the edge of the box when they lose the ball, just to maintain the attack from Long, Kate, Taylor, Sinclair. I think the three of them have done well to keep this attack alive.
Well, you look at that there, you had, all four defenders trying to stop Henderson from shooting there. They done their job, but that shows how many it's taken all four of the back line to stop her from putting that in the back of the net. They clearly see the danger with Henderson. 8 goals this season is nothing to be laughed about. Hearts now do have possession for the first time in a few minutes, and they will look to break from it.
That was really good covering from Bullock there, because that was dangerous. Hearts looking to counter up the left hand side with their wing back, but Bullock in midfield covered well.
She actually won the throw in for us, and we can get back on their way. Lawton just can't quite control it. Now Lockwood looking for a ball in for Timms. Goes out for a corner kick.
Really good cover from Slater again there.
Georgia Timms obviously scored a hat-trick against us the last time we faced out at the Orium. Been a danger for Hearts for the last couple of seasons. Corner swung in. Some good goalkeeping there by Eva Easton. Hearts forced all the way back to the halfway line. Bullock now picks it up. Chance for a counter-attack here from the Jags. Long ball looking for Donaldson. Battling up against Brownlee, and Brownlee will just get there first. Ball's not away yet though. Some good defending here by Slater. Just for the meantime, ball is forced out, forced the error, but that was another chance for the Jags. If it wasn't for Emma Brownlee obviously being the defender that she was, I firmly believe that could have been another goal for the Jags.
Yep, Thistle have got a lot of good pace on the counter when in situations where they are defending corners. I think it's interesting how Thistle are lining up while they defend corners, because you look, and Hearts do appear to have the height advantage, but Thistle are going half zonal in the 6-yard box and half man-to-man on the penalty spot, but they've dealt with the first couple of Hearts corners really well.
Thistle, I think, as you say, Hearts do have that advantage, that aerial presence. Timms, Georgia Hunter, Jurisaldi's actually got 4 goals this season from defence, many of them from corners, so they are definitely those to be contested, and they are. But Thistle do have a game plan, and it's worked so far. Kept the set piece goals at bay for this game. Hunter now. There's Jurisaldi here. Some good play here by Hearts. Looking in for Lockwood in behind. Looking for a second. Thistle perhaps let off. There is a wayward back pass from Faulkner. Easton tried to clear her lines and hit off at Timms and nearly bounced off her into the net, but just wide of the post.
Very uncharacteristic from Faulkner. I think you're allowed one of them a season. Yeah. Didn't end up in a goal.
I'd say very uncharacteristic. She's been ever present. Lindsay Taylor now picks it up in midfield. It's a great wee pass out to Lawton, who's battling down this right hand side. Some great defending though by Hearts. Lindsay Taylor with perhaps a bit of a high challenge. Referee just wants a word with her.
Yeah, we mentioned at the start about Lindsay Taylor playing in the more advanced midfield role. She picks up a booking, but she's some really nice touches in there. She'll release them a lot and down the right there, but a bit over exuberant in her press there.
She did attempt to get the ball. I think it was just a matter of they'd done so well to get that ball down the right hand side and just sort of broke away from her. And she wanted to sort of let her opponent know that she's there.
You mentioned as well, Kieran, the versatility of Thistle's attackers. Donaldson's gone up front for the time being with Cara Henderson drifting out to the right.
The shades of last season's Thistle. No, Brian's maybe done this as sort of getting the mind of Eva Ollid, so very similar was played in that one each straw, as I mentioned. It was the attack of Donaldson, Henderson and Abby Ferguson at the time, but obviously now Abby Ferguson's obviously at Hibs, so he's swapped in Imogen Longcake.
That was good defending again by Slater there. She stayed strong down the flank. Everybody back for Thistle for this one.
Well, there's that aerial presence, as we mentioned earlier in the match, making themselves known in this. As the ball gets swung in. Referee's spotted the foul, actually. Actually, I don't think it did spot a foul. I think the ball was actually out before it reached the box.
I think since Thistle equalised, it's been a more even contest of a little bit more possession. They've pressed well. They seem to have Hearts under a little bit more control at the moment, because Hearts did start the game on top for the first 10 minutes or so.
Hearts, of course, are a full-time outfit, whereas we're part-time, so they'll be using that sort of experience, and you know, they get that extra couple of days to train with each other to their advantage. Very well done there by Grant to keep possession only momentarily, though, as a couple of shots let off there by Donaldson and Taylor. Donaldson now picks up out at the middle, drop it back to Bullock. She'll look for Lawton down the right. Again, some good defending there.
It's not quite happened for Lawton yet down that right hand side, but she's got in 3 or 4 times now, which is promising.
Ball flicked over there by Longcake and just into the arms of Parker Smith, but I think you're right. I think Lawton hasn't quite been able to get the game plan that she goes into these matches with. Through no fault of her own, it's some very good defending by Hearts down that left hand side. You can see they obviously are attacking down the right, but defending incredibly down the left. Longcake now looking to break away. Up against Grant. Good tracking back there by Grant, though. Looks to slip Donaldson in behind, can't quite get there though. Hearts will just take their time and regroup with some passing around the back here. Bullock unlucky not to intercept there, but Sinclair's there to make up for it. Here is Sinclair. Waldy will get a booking for her troubles. This is Sinclair showing a bit of her magic in that attack there. We mentioned today how she's playing a more deeper role, but she's obviously popped up with quite a few goals and assists this season. She was sitting as our third top scorer this season with 4. Here's Bullock. It's a good delivery. Good defending though by Hearts to cut it out.
6 in the box for Thistle there. Very positive from a set piece.
Lawton and Taylor now. Ball's in. And Donaldson can't quite get the finish off.
That's one of the first times Emma Lawton's managed to get across in. It was a really good ball in as well, dangerous but well defended by Hearts.
It's another ball in. Really getting into our game now. Ball's now with Docherty. Forced to go back to Slater. It's forced all the way back to AV Easton. It's a good play here by Thistle. Rosie Slater now. Pressing forward. Looking in behind for long kick. Some good defending there. Now Brownlee will use the safety of Hunter. And with Waldy. Emma Lawton pressing, trying to get that ball back. Girasaldi now showing her skills. Easton will clear the lines. Bit of a head knock there in the middle, and Grant will actually see a booking for her dribbles. Grant slightly aggravated by that, but she did catch her with perhaps a loose elbow. Rachel Donaldson has been causing some troubles for the Hearts defence in sort of the last 5-10 minutes, so appears to be getting under the skin of the Hearts defence, so much so that Grant's gone and taken one for the team and got a booking.
Yeah, I think that versatility's been very important. It's given Hearts something to think about after they gave Thistle something to think about in the opening stages.
Donaldson just getting assessed by the physio after this head knock. In the meantime, it has been mostly Thistle for the last 10 minutes, which is sort of a good sign to see.
Absolutely, I think the midfield has pressed well while Thistle have been attacking, and that's allowed us to sustain the attacks and get some throw-ins and free kicks in dangerous positions.
Hearts are a dangerous side. They have shown their capabilities, obviously scoring just 4 minutes in with Katie Lockwood. But they haven't really been able to get another clear-cut opportunity since then. So it's a testament to the Jags and their sort of will and fight to keep themselves in it.
As Falconer and Slater, I think, have played well back there since Hearts' goal. They've not allowed Hearts to get in behind like that again. But I think there are more goals in this game. Commentators curse, but it's an open game. Both teams are going for it. You couldn't accuse either team of sitting back.
There could be more goals in it. Hopefully for us to keep it entertaining. I don't think I'm the only one that would take a one each straw if it was handed to me. And positive news, Donaldson is back on her feet. Demi Faulkner will be the one to take this. Spots a run of Lawton down that right hand side. Henderson wins the header. Lucy Sinclair now, she take a shot. It's just wide of the post.
Yeah, that's the sort of pressing I've been talking about, the energy in Thistle's midfield. Henderson, a bit of a wayward header. I think she was trying to flick it onto Lawton, but backed up by the midfield. Sinclair on that occasion, she was able to get a shot away.
You look at this press that we've been talking about all game. Look at how far forward everyone is. You know, Taylor's always pushing up as a second striker, and then allows Docherty to even come into sort of midfield, which was our natural position for many years. Brownlee now battling out with Docherty. Docherty will win the foul, hits it off of the Young Hearts defender. But 2/3 through this half. Sigler, some fantastic hold-up play. Looks forward, Taylor just can't quite get the control she wants, but Donaldson now. She'll find Taylor again. Back to Donaldson. Can't get the switch over now. It's a chance for Grant to break away, but can't get in front of Bullock. Hearts now forced to just regain their shape and keep possession. Brownlee now. Slick 1-2 with Lockwood. And Bullock's making sure she knows she's there.
She's covered a lot of ground today, Bullock's been impressive in her sweeping up. Just Hearts do look very comfortable every time they do get the ball down and play, but Bullock's put a few attacks out herself.
So vital to this Thistle team is Bullock, and she's actually cut that one out there as well. Donaldson can't quite get that flick on, but now pressing down the Hearts goal. Thistle was such an explosive attack, it's put a lot of pressure on this Hearts backline. It's a good defended there by Doherty. Chirasoli now take the throw in. She made the move from London City in the summer to Hearts, and as I mentioned earlier, has been chipping in with a few goals from centre back. Lockwood now. She also made the move to the Edinburgh side from their city rivals, Hibs. She has a history scoring against the Jags, having chimed in with a hat-trick last season while playing for Hibs. Bullock pressing, and she'll keep it in. Or she won't, actually. Unlucky to not keep that in. There's that commentator's curse you were talking about. Hearts looking rather dangerous here. Grant now tries to get the shot off. She'll get it off, and it's spilled there by Eves. She's recovered well to stop a Georgia Timms running in behind and try to get that rebound.
Yeah, it's that wet surface, it's difficult for goalkeepers, but it was a good recovery from Eason. I think Hearts deserve a bit of credit there for their press, and they won the ball back off Thistle, and that's probably why Thistle haven't been able to play quite as much football as they would have liked in this first half. They have pressed well, Thistle, but so have Hearts. Hearts getting a chance at goal there through a press of their own.
It's a nice wee pass there by Taylor, perhaps looking for Donaldson, can't quite get into her. This wet surface is causing issues for both sides. Ball back with Hunter. Girasoli now. Using the quick off her line again. Henderson's came all the way back to get the ball. Looking for a long ball forward. Finds Donaldson. Lawton now. Some fantastic defending. Donaldson will get the shot off. Wide of the post, but Donaldson looking for her perhaps trademark strike once more.
Yeah, never afraid to have a shot at goal, is she? It's 2 or 3 times in this first half. First thought that comes into her head when she gets the ball outside the box is have a shot.
Well, last season there was an argument to be made that there should have been a Goal of the Season award and the Rachel Donaldson Goal of the Season award. Rachel Donaldson, of course, did win the Goal of the Season. But there could have been 5 or 6 easily for her herself. Henderson's just to the floor. She She'll have a word with the physio. It's Hearts look to get back underway. Some safe passing here by Hearts. Brownlee now. Lockwood's actually played a bit deeper now, I've noticed. There she is again. Some nice passing play here by Hearts. Just keep possession and not to do anything silly.
Yeah, they're very comfortable in the ball, but you can tell when they're stringing these passes about their defence and midfield, they're just looking for that one ball out to Brownlee or Handley in the wing back positions. That's just what they're looking to do. But Thistle are containing them okay at the moment.
Lockwood battling away with Sinclair. There's Billick again to intercept. Goes out in the way of a Hearts throw-in.
It was a little bit scrappy just in front of us for 10 or 20 seconds there, but Handley at left wing back half the pitch to herself, I think.
Yeah, you can look at all the space that she's in as we speak. Hearts just content in going down this right hand side. The referee wanting a word with the players here to get them to stop with a bit of argy-bargy. Slater again will just clear our lines.
We talked about the versatility in the attacking options, but I think the versatility in the defensive options is key as well. Rosie Slater, I think, has played across the entire back four this season, and she looks comfortable wherever she plays.
Of course, Rosie Slater side a few years ago on loan from Rangers, intending to be a right back, and she has played left back, right back, centre back, defensive midfielder. Ever present at this Partick Thistle side. Thistle now trying to get a counter attack here. Sinclair will actually win the throw in, much to Hanley's shock and annoyance.
There's a throw in down that side that got Thistle their equalizer.
It's great control here by Henderson. She'll go down, but no penalty, and I think it's just that slippery surface. She can't quite do what she would do if it was a dry pitch. Cara Henderson, obviously our top scorer this season. Been in mighty fine form. Don't think Longcake perhaps intended to do that, but it's worked out. Only for a moment. Faulkner, some good defending, stopping Timms from getting behind.
That was really well covered again by Faulkner. There was a 2-on-2 for Hearts there.
Recently made her 100th appearance for the Jags. Started every single one of those. Nearly had a perfect season last year until the final game of the season, where she was unfortunately suspended. Timms now. Hanley looks for a ball in behind for Lockwood. Claims of an offside there, but she'll actually win the foul, Doherty.
It was really good defending by Doherty. She came in and just as it looked like Lockwood was going to get a shot away, she covered that situation really well.
Lockwood perhaps unlucky not to get her second of the match, but some very good defending there by the Jags. I think Doherty's surprised that she wasn't given offside though. Easton will look for another long ball forward. Looking for a long kick. Just over her, unfortunately. Ball's bounced about, some scrappiness here. Doherty's went down a moment or two ago and she's not got up yet, so I think there'll be a momentarily pause. She'll look to run it off. Ever the warrior that she is. Just a couple of minutes to go here of the first half. Score remains 1 each. Some high press here by Lawton. She's actually forced over to the left. Petershill now to Hunter. Bounce it about. It's actually not with the Jags again. It's good defending there by Hearts though. There's a chance for a breakaway from Hearts. Down the left hand side. Grant looking back for Lockwood. Finds Timms. Back to Lockwood. Foul is.
She'll be a little bit lucky
one.
here if she avoids a booking here, Rosie Slater.
Referee has wanted a word and card has came out. Slater obviously a bit perplexed by this decision, but
2 bookings apiece. It's not been a dirty game, but I think if you prevent an attacker from getting a shot away in the edge of the box, it's what you have to expect.
Especially an attacker like Katie Lockwood.
This is a dangerous situation. We saw one earlier where Easton spilled it off the surface. I wonder if Hearts will bear that in mind and hit it low at the Easton side.
Well, bear in mind it was Grant that took that shot that caused her to spill it, and it's Grant again that will take this free kick. Grant herself on the booking.
5 in the wall for Thistle. Sinclair just to the side of it.
Hearts have a lot of bodies in this box. It is low and it is into the bottom corner. Frustrating for the Jags as it's scored just as we pass the 45th minute.
I think the draft excluder can be mocked sometimes, but it might have come in handy there. I think the wall jumped and the ball just went under it. As you mentioned though, made use of the slippery surface, and it was a well struck free kick with too much power for Easton in goal, who didn't have a chance.
Grant struck it low earlier on in the match, forced Easton to spill it, struck it low here, and she's punished us. Parker Smith in no rush to continue, she will just gather the ball and Donaldson perhaps play some big games.
I think you'd really be drawing the short straw if you were the draft excluder out there today in a wall, lying behind the wall in this room. A very good free kick though.
Yeah, you can't complain about those. Claims of a handball there on Lucy Sinclair.
Not for me.
Ball into the box, very well claimed there by Easton. Henderson will just put it out for a corner kick to prevent any danger.
Dealt with a few crosses well today, Easton.
She's been very unlucky today, Evie. It's 2 goals that realistically no goalkeeper's really stopping.
No chance with either goal. Back
to that penalty claim. That just comes off just the tip of her shoulder, and that's why there was a lot of shouts for the penalty. Caught swung in actually there, and Hearts unlucky not to get a third.
We mentioned earlier on Hearts have the height advantage, but that's the first time they've really had a free header in the Thistle box. There was a couple unmarked there, that's the first time.
I'm not sure if it was Waldy or Girasoli that hit it, but both I mentioned earlier as threats from corner kicks.
Thistle just needs to get into half time, I think, now. Don't want to let this game get away from them.
Nothing silly as we approach the 48th minute of this match. Seen the referee look at his watch a few times, but we have had a few injuries. Donaldson was obviously on the deck for a solid 2 or 3 minutes earlier in the match, so maybe just looking to use that time. Lawton, Henderson. Taylor battling away with Hunter. She'll actually keep the ball in. Forces Hunter to put it out for the throw in. Despite trailing, there's been a lot of positives from Thistle.
Absolutely, I think situations like this where they've been given the chance from set pieces to get the ball into the box, once the ball is in the box, they're a handful, and the pressure from the midfield is allowing them to sustain their attacks.
That's half time here at Petershill Park as it's 2-1 to Hearts. Our visitors, goals by Lockwood early on, 4 minutes in, followed up by Imogen Longcake about 12 minutes in what was our first real opportunity before Grant, just on the brink of half time, put the ball into the bottom corner from a free kick. It's been good.
It's been a very good game. It's been enjoyable. Both teams, I think, having a right good go at it. They're both pressing pretty high up the park. I think Hearts started the better team. They probably deserved a goal in the first 10 minutes, but since Thistle equalised, I think it's been an even game, and they probably consider themselves a little bit unlucky to go in at half time behind.
Yeah, it's one of these things where Hearts had their opening few minutes where they were really on top, really high pressing, really on the ball. Thistle get an equaliser almost out of nothing, and then, you know, Thistle really made the game of their own. Hearts weren't getting the ball as much, the Hearts weren't able to keep possession as much, and then it was very unfortunate for the free kick to be given away in the first place. But I felt like the free kick had to be given away.
I think that's the risk you take, isn't it? It was a shot from just where the free kick was taken from, and you think the split-second decision of where line a wall up here might be easier to defend, but it was a really well taken free kick. But I think Hearts have looked more comfortable in possession than Thistle. I think what Thistle have done well, and where Brian Graham will be pleased, is the energy in the midfield from Bullock, Sinclair, Taylor, and even the attackers, Henderson and Longcake and Donaldson, the pressure that they've got on Hearts. When Thistle lose the ball in attack, I think it's allowed Thistle to have periods in the game where they've looked dangerous, and it's maybe the next stage has been a bit more composed in the ball, because clear cut chances in front of goal have been lacking for Thistle apart from the goal, I think.
I think I can definitely agree with you on that, but you know, it's half time here at Petershill. Scoreline: Partick Thistle 1, Hearts 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, it's half-time here at Partick Thistle Hearts. It's currently 2-1 to the visitors, but definitely some positives in the first half.
Definitely, I think Thistle pressed really well. Hearts started on top, got a goal, and then Thistle really equalised against the run of play quite early on, but it was an even half since then, and Hearts just snatched the lead with a well-taken free kick at the end. But yeah, plenty to be positive about for Thistle, I think. There's been a total deluge at half-time though. I wouldn't be buzzing if I was coming out, if I was a player in this. I know plastic pitches aren't for everybody, but I think if we were on grass today, we might not have a second half at all.
I think you're right about that.
I think Thistle will just be looking to keep the ball a bit better in this second half. They were a little bit rushed, and that was a lot to do with the pressure Hearts put on them, but I think they'll need to keep the ball a bit better and be a bit calmer in attacking positions, because they didn't create too many clear-cut chances in front of goal.
Back underway here then.
Donaldson's still leading the line with Henderson outright. That was a sort of early switch by Brian Graham, but he's stuck with it.
Hearts seem to be sticking to their back five. Don't know if it's just because it's the way they're attacking now, but it seems to be coming down this left-hand side. They typically avoided that in the first half.
Plenty of dogs, as always, here at Peterhill. I don't think I'd be thanking my owner if I was a dog taking me out in this today.
Depends who's asking. My dog would be appreciating this.
No, neither would mine.
Moldy looking for the cross. She'll find Timms. Gives it to Easton, which is offside. One positive we can definitely take from this is how little space we've actually gave Georgia Timms. Considering what we know she can do, how she's played against us in the past. She's barely had a foot in this half, or this game, should I say. Lawton now, down this right hand side. Sinclair now, looking for Henderson. Tussling away. It's put out for a throw-in. Well, look at the front line right now. It reminds me of that classic sort of Liverpool, Firmino, Manny, Salah, where they all just sort of go in and out with each other. It's worked so well for them today.
And you wouldn't say Longcake and Henderson are playing as wingers. They're playing as narrow attackers, as you say, like Manny, like Salah. And that was shown with Longcake getting in at the back post in the first half for the equaliser. I think what allows you to do that as well is having the full-back so high, particularly on the right with Emma Lawton. She's been a big threat all season. Hearts have done well to nullify her today, as we said in the first half, but it's that sort of overlap threat for full-back which allows you to have narrower attackers in the wider areas.
Honestly, we're speaking about that goal from Longcake in the first half. There was a bit of confusion about it. I mean, the referee sort of blew his whistle as if to say, no, there's a foul, and then everyone sort of stood there like, is it a goal, is it not? But goal stood, obviously. Very much a poacher's finish, but take them. Here's the goal scorer now, Longcake. Sinclair. Cross in. Perhaps looking for Henderson.
Of course, was too close to the goalkeeper there, but Thistle started this half better in the first half for sure. A bit of composure in the final third, which was lacking maybe in the first half.
We're actually getting the ball into the box in the first 5 minutes here, which we didn't. Sort of let Hearts do what they want the first 5 minutes of the first half, so definitely improvements here. Brian will have had a word with his team and sort of drilled that into them that we can't be such a slow starter. It's perhaps the one thing that sets us apart from these full-time outfits is we can get a bit sloppy when we start. And that'll just come with time. considering the gap that a lot of people argue there should be between full-time and part-time outfits, gave Hearts a really tight game so far.
We were speaking to a couple of the players in Brian Graham on Thursday night, and Brian Graham was just saying the biggest difference now to when he came in is just the levels of professionalism. I think if he could, he would love to take this team on a full-time basis, but they train 3 nights a week, which is more than the usual part-time teams do. It's normally 2 nights a week. He's got them in 3 times a week, and the results are clear on the pitch, aren't they? They're having another fantastic season.
The goal will eventually to become full-time professional outfit with this team, but as I say, it's just the women's game is growing, of course, especially here in Scotland. Though certain former QPR midfielders will not like to hear you say that.
Don't know what you're talking about.
The long ball forward looking perhaps for Timms again. Nullified once more. Long kick has a chance to use her pace up against Brownlee. I think Brownlee's the first defender I've seen that can actually keep up with long kick in the race this season. I would actually love to see them just have a straight foot race, see who wins. Bit scrappy here. Faulkner showing her professionalism there. Keep it under control. Donaldson, Lawton back out towards Sinclair. Looking for Donaldson, just take it out. Referee will pull it back.
That was really nice play from Thistle building out from the back there. That's something that we didn't see a lot of in the first half, but as we said, they've seen a bit more of the ball. They're looking a little bit more composed at the start of the second half.
It's perhaps the nicest bit of play we've done all game, I'd argue, actually. Just quick 1-2. Fast footwork. It will be Amy Billick to take this. Ball bounces about. It's Henderson and can't quite get that gap volley off. I think she may have actually taken a knock in the back.
It's one of them, isn't it? I think once you get the shot off, you very rarely see fouls given for that, but there's enough pressure on Henderson there for her to miscue the volley.
Not enough in it for a penalty, but
that's the first chance at goal she's had, I think, in this game.
She obviously had that opportunity where she had 4 defenders stop the shot earlier, which, as I tell you, I think you're right. It's the first time she's actually taken a shike, which is credit to Hearts' defence for blocking her.
She's actually swapped back with Donaldson and Henderson is back up front for the moment with Donaldson outright.
There's Taylor, perhaps looking for a shot. She'll use Henderson though. Henderson held up out wide. She'll win her throw in. Lawton now down this right hand side, trying to get a bit of space to get the cross in, can't quite get there. It's well cut out by Bullock, but only for a moment. It's a dangerous counter attack here by Hearts. Slater tried to stop Timms, try to keep it at bay once more, and she does, even just for a moment. Puts on another challenge, and again, Georgia Timms must be feeling frustrated. She can't create anything at all in this match.
Absolutely. Rosie Slater again defending really well on the cover there. That was actually one of the first times Amy Bullock's failed to cut out a counter attack in midfield, and it's one of the few times Timms has been released, but when she has been released, she's been frustrated by Faulkner and Slater on the cover.
Grant will look to take this corner. Score after second goal, set piece. Expert.
Everybody back for Thistle again for this one.
They know the aerial presence. Hearts win again. Punched away. Sinclair can't quite clear it as far as she'd want. Grant back to Lockwood. Well done by Lockwood, but she gets forced all the way back. Hanley now. Using Grant. Hearts maybe keep possession, but they can't create it. Chance for a counter attack here. Taylor now. It's up against 4 of them though. She can't quite get a ball off that she wanted.
That was good pressure on Taylor from Hearts there. It's Grant and Waldy put her under pressure because it looked for a moment there like she might be able to release Henderson.
Taylor battling with Grant once more here. So another long ball looking for Timms. She will get in behind this time. She'll get the shot off, and very unlucky not to put that at the back of the net. Just a...
It's a little bit similar to Hearts' first goal, that just how early Timms took that shot, and it nearly proved to be a third for Hearts, but just wide of the post. It's a really good run from Timms.
Slayer was very unlucky not to cut that out once more, but I don't know if it's just the experience of Timms once more. Looks to be a change getting made here for Hearts.
Substitution for Hearts will have pitch number 23, Daniel McGinley. She's going to be replaced by number 27, Taylor Mickey.
And with this change, I believe that Hearts are going to go put Lockwood further forward. McGinley didn't really get much opportunity in that first half, but she's been replaced by McKay, and she's typically more of a holding midfielder, that box-to-box holding midfielder role. So there she is, losing the ball to Sinclair. Lawton, Taylor. Long kick now down the right hand side. Again, that switching up in the forwards. Donaldson drifted out to the left. Go on. Taken. Foul given against the Jags. Not quite sure why though. Don't know if the ref saw maybe a shove or an elbow or something, but foul's been given regardless. Launch forward, Lawton picks it out. Now long kick. Looking for Lucy Sinclair. She'll find Docherty down the left hand side. Dangerous here for the Jags. Docherty up against Lockwood. Lockwood will just see it out.
It's not seen too much from Docherty in an attacking sense today. I think when Lawton bombs forward down the right, Docherty almost sits like a third centre back to cover, but I think it was one of our first ventures down the flank today. Lindsay Taylor pressing very high from this goal kick, higher than she was in the first half.
Again, almost acting as if she's that second striker. Okay, we'll take the throw in. Looks for Henderson down the line. Henderson now going to try and battle away with Hunter. She'll keep it in.
It's brilliant striker play from Henderson. She's not had much in front of goal to go on, but she's been a nuisance all day, and that looked like a lost cause there. And she's
really adapted to that striker role this season perfectly.
Won a throw in for Thistle.
You know, she ended up last season being our top scorer from winger. We'll back to that in a second as Timms look to get in behind. Good clearance there by Easton. But back to it. Henderson last season was obviously playing as a right winger, but deputised in a lot of different positions. You know, she ended up playing, defensive midfielder a couple of games just for her versatility. She's been given the opportunity to play as an out-and-out number 9 this season. She got the number 9 shirt and she's taken her chance brilliantly.
As we said, she's not had much in front of goal this season, but much in front of goal today, I should say. But when she has this season, she's been a very clinical finisher.
Clinical finisher this season, yes. But today she's did everything you want from her, the striker. She's held up the ball well. She's leaving it here. She's battling out there with, I believe that's Girasoli. Battling away, refusing to give an inch. There's Emma Lawton breaking down this right hand side. This is a real chance here for the Jags. Low cross. Vice Taylor, what a save by Parker Smith. And the ball's ended up in the back of the net regardless.
He's given a corner.
No.
He's
What's
given a corner.
the referee's given a corner kick?
I think he thinks the ball is already out here before Taylor heads it back across. I think that's what he's given. I think he thinks the ball's out after the save from Parker Smith. It was an excellent save from the Hearts goalkeeper, and the ref's given a corner, the ball going out before it could be cut back across. That whole attack came though with Lawton getting in behind Handley at left wing back for one of the first times this afternoon, and that's what's been key to Thistle's success this season. It's one of the few times we've seen that today. But a lot of confusion on the pitch, I think, at that decision from the referee, but he must have seen that the ball went out.
Low cross. Take a look here. Vice Taylor, what a save by Parker Smith. And the ball's ended up in the back of the net regardless. Ball's not gone out. I believe Hearts have got away with one there. Sure that the referee will get an earful from many about that decision. It baffles me how he's said no goal.
It's promising for Thistle though. That's the clearest chance they've had since the goal. And it was really good work from Lawton down the right hand side, and she picked Lindsay Taylor out of the back post, and as I said, it was a good save by Parker Smith. But it's promising for Thistle. That'll give them a bit of confidence.
You don't have a goalkeeper like Parker Smith, that's not a goal. Parker Smith, ever present for Hearts. She's done fantastically there.
It's the mark of a good goalkeeper, isn't it? Because she's had a quiet afternoon so far, but that was a really good save.
Not sure what's happening here. If the referee was having a word with his assistant. But back on the way here for a corner kick. Swung in. Dealt with momentarily by Lockwood. Bounced about. Tailored out. Foul given against her. The referee is certainly not winning anyone over from the Thistle fans here. I want to be a stickler, but let's take a look at it one more time. Low cross. Vice Taylor, what a save by Parker Smith. And the ball's ended up in the back of the net regardless. By Brownlee, actually. Actually, no, it's by...
Very hard getting a corner.
It's by Handley.
No Hearts players really complaining that the balls went out. Definitely a strange one. But the line, to be fair, the linesman has a much better view than us. So.
I should say, I don't think any Hearts players even argued about it as well. They just kind of went, yeah, it's a goal.
That's normally the tell, isn't it? And there was disbelief from some of the Thistle players.
Some ball swung in. Oh, nearly into the back of the net itself there by Bullock.
I think it was Taylor who had a chance to get ahead on that in the middle. Well, that's promising from Thistle getting a chance from a set piece, because we've mentioned Hearts have the height advantage, but this is a really good spell for Thistle in this game the last 5 minutes or so. You think they need to capitalise on this and equalise while they are on top.
That's what now have a throw in. Henderson's found, holding up well. It's now getting quite scrappy. Referee again not winning any plaudits as he gives a foul against Donaldson there for what Donaldson believes to be a 50-50.
Sometimes this can help though if you get fans annoyed, you get a sort of sense of injustice against you. I think you see it, we've seen it in a couple of the men's games recently. I think back to the Morton game at home where there was a little bit of sense of injustice at Brian Graham's red card, and then you go on and there's a bit of an atmosphere in the ground and you go and you feel that to get your late goal, and hopefully that will be the same today with some of the players sensing a bit of injustice, a bit of noise from the fans.
I thought he had a good first half, the referee, but
I thought he did as well. And again, it's hard to say.
Now we start and play again to have a word with Donaldson and Brownlee.
It was 4 yellow cards in the first half. It wasn't a particularly dirty game, but
that's quite rare for women's football as well. You know, as long as I've been doing this, you maybe get 2, 3 a game if you're lucky, but 4 in the first half alone, it's pretty, shocking. Regardless, back on the way here, and Waldy will put a dangerous ball across, and spilled again there by Easton, and she made up for it very well actually.
That wet pitch again, but yep, as you say, good recovery from Easton.
Could be the side of a young, less experienced goalkeeper as well. She is still very young, still growing in this game. This one's still up here, and it's a foul given against Lawton there for a high arm, I think.
Another chance from a set piece for Thistle here, but that's 2 or 3 times now in the second half that Thistle are getting in down their right, Hearts left, and that wasn't happening at all in the first half, so that might be something Hearts will look at, because Thistle are getting a little bit of joy down that flank just now.
See Thistle going for this. Slater's now joining the attack, only one back.
Just Docherty on her own back for Thistle.
Ball in. It's found by Faulkner, she can't quite get the finish off.
That's 2 now where Thistle had, that wasn't a header, but they've been left free in between the goalposts. A couple of chances from set pieces.
Bullock appeared to have taken a bit of a knock. Don't know if she's perhaps kicked it, pulled a muscle while she's doing so. Cut out there by Slater. This is dangerous. Headley breaking down that wing and looking for the ball in, and it's found there by Lockwood, and it's really unlucky there for the Jags to be 3-1 down.
Well, we mentioned that Thistle were getting a bit of joy down their right hand side, but it's Hearts going the other way down their left hand side. I think that's been a key battle this afternoon, and it was Handley who put the ball in, and it was a well taken finish.
It's a very good goal by Hearts, can't complain about that, it's dangerous. But
I think that will annoy Brian Graham, because Thistle have been on top for the last 10 minutes, and there were 2 or 3 chances, a controversial goal disallowed. They still found themselves behind in the game, and Hearts really, with one of their first attacks in the second half, double their advantage. 5 minutes ago we were celebrating it being 2 each, and now it's 3-1 to them. It's really unlucky, really unfortunate, but I think Brian will have a few things to say after this. Well cut out there by Lawton and Slater. Taylor now. She's done very well. Looking out wide. Here goes Docherty. Now with Donaldson. Back to Bullock. Slater. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. I think I know what's coming. Yep. Yep. It's a red card for Debbie Faulkner. She had one in the first half where she got a shot back pass, and it was very unlike her to get caught in the ball like that, and really I don't think she could have any complaints. It's tough on her because she's had such a fantastic season. That's her second mistake of the afternoon, and she walks.
It's no much complaint from her, but it's, I think she's unlucky. See if Slater's that 1 extra yard in front, that's a booking. It's very unlucky in that sense, but
as you say, can normally tell by the players' reaction, and there weren't many complaints.
I can expect us going to... Lindsay Taylor will now drop back in at centre back, I believe. But you can see there Jenna Ferguson's getting a warm up down the wing. Now Brian Graham receives a yellow card for his troubles. This referee's not winning any plaudits. Faulkner makes her way back to the...
I think the Thistle equaliser that was disallowed is the key decision. I don't think Thistle can have too many complaints about that red card, but...
It's now my worry that heads will entirely drop with a woman down.
You're right. I mentioned about using the sense of injustice positively. We just need to make sure we don't use it negatively. We do keep our heads for the remainder of this game.
It's just incredibly unlucky. And there's Lockwood again looking for a hat trick, and the ball's bounced about, and the referee's given it.
Well, we talk about player reaction. Easton's definitely claiming that she had the ball in her hands there. I'll be interested to see the replay on that.
Let's have a check.
This game's been taken away from Thistle in a matter of 5 minutes, really. And Hearts.
There's Lockwood again looking for a hat trick, and the ball's bounced about, and the referee's given it. Allows to have a check.
Well, we talk about.
There's Lockwood again looking for a hat trick, and the ball's bounced about. Doesn't quite. And the referee's given it.
Well, we talk about player reaction. Easton's definitely claiming that she had the ball in her hands there.
Couple of changes here for the Jags. Amy Billock will be making her way off the pitch.
I think that's a shame. I thought Amy
Cara Henderson as well.
Perhaps this is best player in the first half.
I think she picked up a slight knock. But Jenna Ferguson and Cody Hay will be coming on. Interesting to see how he goes. Taylor has definitely dropped deeper.
I've been very impressed with Jenna Ferguson when I've seen her this season. I think she shows a lot of calm on the ball. Obviously this isn't an ideal scenario to come into a game, but I remember on the opening day they said she came on for after Claire Doherty was sent off against Dundee United, I believe that was, and she put in a really good performance at the back, and she's had international recognition as well this season.
Jenna Ferguson is a brilliant player. Yeah, obviously on loan from Rangers. She's been unlucky to not start as many games. However, this season, her unfortunate goal would have been to dislodge Faulkner and Leah Robinson, who's been so solid. The pair of them. Robinson, of course, misses out. She had a bit of a knock, I believe, so she's now on the bench.
She's a very composed centre back. I think it's a shame how this game's been taken away from Thistle. They had that 10-minute spell. They might be in here.
Donaldson trying to create a bit of magic. Still on. She gives away a foul. And
they had that 10-minute spell.
A bit of a feisty one there.
Thistle just need to keep their heads here. I think the game's gone away from them. I think it's about damage limitation now. We don't want any more suspensions.
Giraselli and Donaldson having a bit of a war of words there. A couple of substitutions are going to be made here. Try to work out who's coming off. Appears that Hanley's coming off.
I think Hanley's had a good game for Hearts. At
Yes.
the start of the second half, I think Thistle did get a little bit of joy down the right, but for the most part she's managed to contain Emma Lawton's threat, and she has been a threat herself going forward down the left for Hearts.
Well, she's been fantastic for them. Parker Smith gets his back on the way in the meantime while we work out who's made their way on for Hearts. Just waiting for the PA to announce. It's Adam Mulligan and Hanley. And they were replaced by Anderson and the husband. Anderson's a very solid player for Hearts, so it's going to be. You need to watch her up front. Cody Hay looking for a flicker, can't quite get it.
Just get back to what I was saying before the substitutions. I think this game has been taken away from Thistle. I think that 10-minute spell just before Hearts' third goal with Thistle were on top, they had the goal disallowed, but they did have 2 really good chances from set pieces, and I think one of them did need to go in. There'll be debates over the disallowed goal, maybe some debates over the red card as well, but Hearts have been clinical in front of the goal today, and Thistle did need to score while they were on top.
I know we're not really meant to have an opinion on this, but Taylor, from what we've seen, we've watched back at least 2 or 3 times now, we believe she's kept that in. Nagel's given it, it's 2 each. They don't go up 2 minutes later and get the counter-attack and make it 3-1. Faulkner doesn't get sent off, they don't make it 4-1, and they don't leave us down to 10 men and trailing. It's
the fine margins of football.
It's really one of the most disappointing things. It will be interesting to see what Brian Graham says after the match about this. Especially the run of form that we came into this match. 5 games in a row with victories.
I don't really think you can begrudge Hearts being ahead of this game, but I don't think 4-1's a fair reflection. And for Partick Thistle's sake, I hope they keep their heads in that. I hope they don't lose any more goals, because it wouldn't really be a fair reflection on the first 70 minutes or so.
I wish I could say that I've not seen this one before while watching Partick Thistle women. Last season, cup match, the Ibrox game for the men's, so Brian wasn't here. He was obviously at Ibrox playing, and then he managed to come over. He went straight from Ibrox Stadium over here. We were 1 each after full time, and then just extra time happens, and Hearts showed their, I don't know how you'd word it, probably their professionalism with their full-time outfit, and they made it 4-1. But again, that day we had a lot of players missing. Megan Cunningham was ineligible, so we actually had to recall Lauren Grant to playing goals for us. So a couple of injuries and suspensions as well, so it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Here we go, husband. Looking for Lockwood. The ball's determined out, but I just think that was kept in.
Thistle have gone to a back 3, I think, since Ferguson came on in the red card.
Yeah, they have.
Lawton looks to be playing a little bit more advanced down the right hand side.
Almost playing a 3-3-3 if you would.
I think that shows Brian Graham's attitude towards.
Yeah, he doesn't want to just sit back and accept 4-1. He wants to keep going for it.
Yep.
As we see that here, Cody Hay looking for long kick down this side.
So we've got Doherty, Slater, and Ferguson as a back 3 for Thistle at the moment.
Obviously next week we face a away trip, if you would, to Glasgow City. Ball put across. Lawton's there to deal with the danger. Cody Hay now has a chance to break away. Anderson's rushing back. Hay does have her for pace. Trying to get the cross off maybe. And it's just bobbled off, and Anderson now had take her time. She's got acres of space. And as a result of the red card, Hearts now have all that space in the world. They can just use their passing play. appears to have been a knock to, I think that's Rachel Donaldson down. Very disappointing. She's forced off, you know, ever present in this game. Really put the pressure on Hearts. It's been a tough viewing this one.
I don't think Brian Graham will be too upset at his players at all. I think the effort, the press has all been there this afternoon. Even since the red card, I think the attitude has been good.
I think we've been excellent.
Not caved.
It's
shown some bright flashes. I think what Brian Graham will be a little bit annoyed at, apart from the referee perhaps, is the 2 free chances that we had from set pieces just in and around the disallowed goal.
I think you're absolutely correct in saying that. I think we've been very unlucky with the way things have gone.
We hope this isn't too costly an afternoon of a bullet going off with a knock. Donaldson limping off at the moment, and Falconer will serve a suspension as well.
Yeah, Donaldson is forced off. Appears to be getting replaced by Megan Robb. Another couple of substitutions about to be made as well. Just try to work out who it is. I think that's Rosie McQuillan and Leah Robinson are also warming up.
Thistle down to 9 at the moment.
This is where it can get dangerous. And you knew he was going to pull back for that, didn't you? This referee is not winning anyone over.
I'm not sure about that one.
That's a 50-50 in which come out with the ball. They actually try to play advantage, even though there wasn't an advantage.
I'm not sure about it, but it might be a free kick that benefits Thistle because they can get back up to 10.
That'll be Sinclair and Longcake also making way then. Donaldson obviously forced off injured. Robb is coming on. McQuillan and Robinson. But back to it, I think that Thistle have been brilliant today. I think all negative factors going against them has really impacted. You know, I don't like to be the type of commentator to blame the weather, but the ball is bobbled about a lot because of it.
I think the attitude of the Thistle players has been brilliant. I think Hearts have maybe dealt with the conditions a little bit better. Hearts have moved the ball faster. They've looked more comfortable in the ball. I think you would say Hearts. As I said, I don't think you can begrudge Hearts the win if you analyse the full 90 minutes, but I think 4-1 is maybe not the fairest reflection of what we've seen.
Grant will take a free kick here. We know what she can do from free kicks. Ball whipped in.
I'm a little bit surprised she didn't fancy another shot at goal there, because the pitch certainly isn't any drier than it was when she put her effort away in the first half. Maybe a little bit too far out, but
So a couple of changes here for Hearts. Let's see who's making way. It looks to be Brownlee and Lockwood. 2 very impressive players for Hearts today. I'm surprised they've not kept Lockwood on to potentially get a hat-trick.
I suppose the game has gone. They'll just be looking at giving some players a
they'll be seeing it out. Try to work out who's replaced them. But with all the mid-game circumstances of this match, there's not much we can be disappointed with. Henman and Rennie coming on. I think that's actually a sign of Hearts' attitude. 2 very strong players. 2 of Hearts' best, actually. I was a bit surprised to see them not starting to be in with, so for them to both come off the bench is just proves Eva Olled's attitude that even though they're 3 goals up with an advantage, they're still bringing on 2 of their strongest players.
Strength and depth in the squad, but I think the strength and depth in the squad that you see from Hearts makes this a start to the season in league position even more impressive, really. It's just not gone their way today. 'Cause 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 'cause
Husband now on the left. Cody Hayes straight back. Easton will just collect the ball, but even then sort of bobbled about. Gloves and the ball be wet through this horrible condition out in this Petershill pitch. As things stand with Hibernian still to play later on today, it does leave Thistle in 4th. Hearts move up to 5th. It does close the point deficit to 1 now. So you can actually see there Georgia Tim's a bit frustrated. She's actually just kicked the board. This is that type of game where she really should have been doing more, I believe. It's not through a lack of trying from her, but Slater has had her covered the entire match.
I think for the first hour, Falcon and Slater did do a really good job in terms. Obviously, the game's completely changed in that couple of minutes where Hearts got their third and Faulkner got a red card. But I think for the first hour, Timms was well contained by 2 Thistle centre backs.
Parker Smith will just collect the ball there. Okay, enough of the negatives as we approach the end of this game. So, any players that have caught your eye?
I think Amy Bullock had a really good first half. I thought her energy in midfield, I think the 3 in midfield, Taylor and Sinclair as well, did really well with how they pressed Hearts in the first half, but I thought Bullock was perhaps a standout and she was unlucky to go off.
I completely agree.
It's hard to pick a defender when you've conceded 4, so if you're pushing me for a man of match from a Thistle point of view, I would go for Amy Bullock.
Can't argue with you on that. Amy Bullock has been incredibly solid. I think Rosie Slater's also played very well today. I think Demi Faulkner was very good until the red card. Speaking of which, Rosie Slater has just been selected as the player of the match, I should say, by our match sponsors.
Can't argue with that. She's very unlucky to be part of a defence that's conceded 4, I think.
I actually think it hadn't been for Rosie Slater, barring a few. After the red card, obviously, she's had to work twice as hard. But she stopped Georgia Timms pretty much single-handedly this full game. A player that has punished us on multiple occasions. She scored a hat-trick last time. As things stand, touchwood, doesn't have any, and a big part of that's due to Rosie Slater.
Does the player of the match get anything? Do they get any of the excellent scran here up at Petershill?
There's a lot of excellent scran here at Petershill.
I'd like to see a picture of the player of the match. Remember Connor Salmon with the pizza, maybe a player of the match standing there with some salt and chili chips.
Oh, we love the Jacks.
I imagine they would look just about as glamorous as Connor Salmon. I think Thistle just want the full-time whistle now. I think no more injuries, no more suspensions, no more damage to the goal difference. It's been a tough afternoon for them. You can't criticise their effort or just a couple of decisions didn't go their way in the middle of the second half, and Hearts with clinical finishing took the game away from them. I
think Hearts just, I've said this several times today, but I think it's Hearts showing their professionalism. That's a full-time outfit. They've taken advantage of the player advantage. They've taken full control since then. Did they get lucky with the goal being disallowed? Yes. But have they performed well? Do they deserve the victory in the end? Absolutely. there is a lot of positives to take here from Brian Graham. I think it's just been one of those days where a lot of circumstances have gone against them, and perhaps had this have been another day, it would have been 4-1 to the Jags. It's just, it's tough to take, but there's a lot of positives from both sides. They can both be very impressed and very proud of the performances that they both put on. We're approaching the 90th here. So this will be one for discussion on the Draw, Lose or Draw podcast.
Yeah, we'll be recording tonight. Have a discussion about some of the referee decisions today.
Of course, the highlights package of this will be up in due course. Husband there. Ball whipped in. Cleared away. Even now, you can hear Brian Graham still shouting and screaming at his players. That's the kind of dedication he's got. They could be 10-0 down right now and he was still 100% from them. Shows the type of man he is.
It's been tough for Thistle since the red card, but I think since Hearts made it 4, Thistle have done well to limit the damage, and the sort of pressing that we saw for the first hour, it's not really dissipated. They're still chasing Hearts down. They're not really giving Hearts too much time on the ball.
Ball over the top by Grant. Can't quite pick out Timms. Slater again. Cleared it away. Waldy and Hunter. That back three has been incredibly solid for Hearts, I must say.
I think particularly in open play, I think Thistle have struggled to create, and I think, as you say, it's down to how well Hearts have played. I think the key battle we mentioned it earlier on in the game was Handley against Lawton, and you'd have to say Handley came out on top, and I think that was key to Hearts. I think it's the third goal Handley set up. Thistle haven't really been able to get going. They did have that 10-minute spell in the second half, but again, if you analyse the game as a 90 minutes, I think Hearts have won most of the key battles across the pitch. I think that one down Thistle's right and Hearts left was the key one.
Be very interested to see what some people say about this, particularly what the Hearts side of things say about it, about the disallowed goal and the red card and such. But I think I know what the Thistle point of view will be, is that the goal should have stood, and it's almost that sort of ripple effect. But at the end of the day, better side has won. Dust herself off, headed to a very big fixture next week against Glasgow City. Referee stopping the game to let Georgia Hunter tie her laces in the 93rd minute. I don't like to be negative, but it's the 93rd minute of a 4-1 defeat, and he stopped the game to let someone tie the lace. Really love to know how much added time he's added on for this.
I suppose there was an injury just after the disallowed goal, and that caused a couple of minutes, and there's been plenty of subs as well, but I think we must be just about coming to the end here.
Yeah, it's deep in the 83rd minute, and it's... You'd think he'd want to, get inside and get warm.
I think everybody does. I've enjoyed the game. I think it's a shame how the game went, but I thought for the first 65 or so minutes, I think it was a really good contest. I think Hearts were 2-1 up around that time, and I think Thistle were just about coming back into it, but Hearts have been clinical in front of goal. They've taken the game away from Thistle, but I think for the first 65 minutes especially, think Brian Green will be pretty pleased with the side's performance, maybe looking for a little bit more composure and possession. But I don't think their attitude, even since they've been down to 10 men, as I've said, can be questioned. I think they've done well to limit Hearts.
Heads haven't dropped. There's the full-time whistle there. Some booing from both sets of fans, actually, I think. You know, 4-1 is the end scoreline here, but we've said for the last 5 or 10 minutes, it's a very, very even game, I'd say. You know, Hearts took advantage of the man disfit. They've really punished us in the end, but you know, you've got players like Katie Lockwood, who's now got 12 goals in this league campaign, scoring 2. You've got Grant with another brilliant free kick. It's one of these things.
I think for me there was a few key things, obviously 2 key refereeing decisions. I think the disallowed goal, I think Thistle will look at that and consider themselves very unlucky. And I think the red card for Faulkner, I think even at 3-1, I think Thistle could have got back into the game. The red card for Faulkner is a very uncharacteristic mistake from her, but I think that essentially then kills off any chance Thistle have got back in. And as we've mentioned, Hearts were clinical, Thistle a mistake from a usually very reliable centre-back, and I think Hearts nullified a couple of Thistle's key threats. You look at Lawton, didn't have lots of joy down the right, Henderson not really having much joy in front of goal today, and I think that was the key to Hearts. Maybe in the end slightly more than they deserved, but probably a deserved win of 4-1.
Fuck that. It's just it's one of these things. I said that at the time. Slater's literally 1 more yard in front, and that's probably a booking. But it's uncharacteristic, but it happened. We just need to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and get on to the next match. Obviously a big match against Glasgow City next week. The Petershill derby, if you would. So
I think that'll be a tough one without Faulkner. But I think Ferguson come on and acquitted herself pretty well there, but I think Faulkner will be a big miss.
Yeah.
Suspensions for next week.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of this, as it ends Partick Thistle 1, Hearts 4.